Hi there, this is Andrew from Hot Tub Focus, and today we're going to look at the issue of should you fill your hot tub with warm or hot water? So the question is, should you actually put hot water into your hot tub rather than waiting for the thing to warm up? Why would you do that? I don't know. There's a number of reasons why you might, and there's a number of reasons why it's a good idea maybe, and why it's not a good idea. So in simple answer to the question, should you fill up with hot or warm water rather than filling up with cold water, which is the normal thing? The simple answer is probably not. The mainly because your hot tub is only designed to really withstand water up to about 40 degrees Celsius. And your hot water system, which is presumably where you would get the hot water from, is going to be way above that. It's going to be at 60 degrees, 70 degrees, something like that, depending on what you've got it set at. And if you introduce water at 60 degrees onto your hot tub shell, it can crack, it can blister, it can warp if it suddenly, gets hot water in it rather than it gradually heating up and having time to expand and having time to sort of get used to the heat. And that can be a major problem because obviously if your hot tub shell cracks, then it's a big repair. So in essence, I mean, that's one of the big reasons not to do this. Other things include, well, can you really produce that amount of hot water? Your hot tub's going to hold what, 500 litres of water? If you have a domestic hot tank system, it holds significantly less than that, something like 80 litres, I think they are. So you're going to have to fill it up with maybe 4 or 5 or so full tanks of hot water. And obviously you'll add cold as well because you'll have to bring the temperature down. But, actually you've got to wait for it to heat up. Is it really worth it? Is it energy efficient to do that? If you have a continuous water system, then actually things might be a bit better. You can turn the temperature down on it so it's producing water at, say, 30, 35 degrees. But again, most continuous flow hot water systems produce water at, I've forgotten the actual figure now, but it's in the blog post if you look down below, the actual figures of all of this. Something like 10 litres a minute, I think it is. 10 litres a minute? That sounds quite slow. It might be 100 litres a minute. I don't know. But again, it takes a lot of time to actually fill. And my other issue with that, and I don't know this factually, is if you are needing to get water from your hot tap, if you're American, I think it's a faucet. A faucet, that's a great word. From your hot faucet, your hot tap, to your hot tub, you need a hose. And that's going to produce pressure, isn't it, on your hot water? You need pressure to actually push it out. Now, cold water is no problem because you've got natural cold water. The cold water has a natural pressure to it. Hot water, in my understanding, is propelled around the house either by the fact that it's hot water and hot water rises and moves, or it's pumped. And if you're introducing an element of sticking a hose on the end of a hot water faucet or tap, are you not going to be straining the pump either to, with a sort of back pressure, or is the pump just not going to be able to sort of push through? I don't know. I would be very concerned about the pumping and pressure issues of that. You're also going to need to, if you really do want to do this, you're going to have to get 2 hoses set up. You're going to have a cold hose and a hot hose. And you would half fill your hot tub with cold first, which makes sense. And then with a thermometer in there, top up with the hot until the temperature is about 35 degrees, something like that, staying well below the 40-degree threshold. At that point, then you would switch the hot tub on and let the hot tub do the last 5 degrees or so, just to make sure that the temperature is absolutely right. There's also an issue of, well, lots of hot water systems have soft water filters in them, which is not good for your hot tub. It messes up your calcium hardness levels really awfully, which is important in terms of either leaving limescale on your bathtub or actually can damage the internal components of the hot tub. So it's not a great thing. The other thing also is if you have a hot water tank, then the chances of it having some bacteria in it is quite high. Theoretically, it's kept at bay because the temperature in a hot water tank is higher. It's like 60 degrees or so. And things like listeria and so listeria, yes, and listeria, is that the right one? Things like that anyway. Things that shouldn't be in water, they're really not nice, particularly if you drink them, are kept at bay by those high temperatures. But if you then introduce that into your hot tub, which is like, high 30s, and you're already introducing that bacteria in from your hot water tank, then obviously it's going to multiply and it gives you problems. There's a lot of problems involved in this. It can work, but I'm at a loss to sort of understand why you would do it. There's only two main benefits as far as I can see. Theoretically, if you add hot water into your hot tub, then you're going to reach operating temperature a bit quicker. Not much quicker though. Are you really? By the time you faffed around with two hoses and, I don't know, put cold and hot in and so on and so forth, and worried about the temperature and allowed the last 5 degrees of temperature to hot up with the hot tub anyway, does it really make that amount of difference? I don't know. The other thing is also cost, and I'm not sure really whether, I haven't done the maths on it because I'm really not that anal, but is it really that much more expensive to heat up the hot tub from cold than it is to leave your continuous flow boiler on for however long it takes to produce the hot water, or to hot up however many tanks of water you need if you've got a sealed tank system using gas or electricity or water or oil or whatever your system is. So I'm not convinced about this. I've never done it. I would use cold every single time, but it's a question that comes up. My gut feeling is that it's not a great idea, although it can be done. And the sort of general advice on the internet that I've read in my research is not to do it. But with care, and if you have the right system and the right equipment, actually it could be done, and there's no reason why not. Hope that's helpful. Just go and fill it up with cold and put your feet up would be my advice, and wait. However, I hope that has been helpful. If you'd like to read more about it, then click on the link below, which will take you to a blog post on the Hot Tub Focused, which will tell you a little bit more detail and some facts and figures if you really want to have a look at that. And also all things to do with hot tubs on there as well. Subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.